I want the listeners to get it's not just about body movement. There's so much more involved. Like you said, there's so much emotional support that needs to be there to have someone break through that space of, I don't think I can do this. Like, here, pile on up another couple of pounds. And they're like, no, 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 I don't, no, I don't want to do that. Or dealing with that that space that we get in to, that the headspace that comes in. But have you ever noticed that you have a client and you're working with them and they start off like not being interested that day particularly, or that session, but by the time
Hmm.
you're done, they're like, I'm so glad you showed up.
Yeah, I mean, I think that happens a lot. It happens a lot in my workouts when, like I said, I don't always feel like going to the gym, but after you go to the gym, you get your endorphins, pumping, and you get the blood flowing. Generally, just exercise just kind of makes you feel better, even if it was hard. Um, so we're speaking so specifically about fitness. Yeah, I think that's pretty normal. And then just in general, after you've done the thing that you know that you signed up to do or you wanted to do, you just feel better about yourself. Right. And one other thing that I kind of forgot to mention as far as like keeping people motivated is that I just remind them of why they're doing it.
Mm,
Because that's one of the things I always ask is like, why do you want to do this? Right. So kind of going back to your question, like, this is something that you wanted to do. So when you're doing the thing that you wanted to do, you're going to feel better. Right.
yeah.
Because you wanted to do it. So yeah, I find that happens all the time.
And thank you for saying that, because it is so important to connect to the why. And when I'm working with clients, I do the same thing. It's connecting to the why and getting to the deeper level of, why is it you are here, for anything, for whatever it happens to be. And when we like get back to that place, to like, oh yeah, I said I wanted to do this because I want to live longer, or I want to play with my kids, or I just want to lose weight so that I can move better, whatever it happens to be in the fitness world, or any world, for that matter. It is so important to be reminded of the why. I do have another question for you, because you did say, it's not, this is not just in fitness, it's in anywhere. If you accomplish something that you said you were going to set out to do, it makes a profound difference. So when you're working with clients and they're in their funk or whatever, are you also delving into, okay, well, what's going on outside here? Like, why is this showing up right now in this moment? Do you have to life coach as well?
Uh, I'm laughing because definitely. So what I find is that it's like half personal trainer, half therapist. And I
Mm,
feel like you hear this in a lot of professions, like estheticians, people who do hair, barbers, whatever, just people who kind of service providers who see people pretty regularly.
mm,
You can become friends or confidants to people, and they kind of just tell you everything. So, I mean, yeah, and the job is just, again, you have to know why they're not feeling good, what the motivations are for, even for a specific day of why they may or may not feel good. So yeah, I definitely kind of delve into that. And it's just kind of part of the process. I mean, I couldn't imagine um, like going through a personal training session and not like talking to your client and like finding out about like what's going on in their lives. Like it'd be pretty awkward to me. Um, so yeah, I definitely kind of get into like the behind the scenes, what's going on.
mm. Yeah, and I think it's really important, first of all, obviously, to create a good relationship with whomever you're working with. But secondly, it does help you help your clients to understand where they're coming from or where they're at in those moments, so that you can help them push through